The Witches by Roald, Dahl. The Recipe, Part 2. The audience became silent and sat down. "These mice are nothing to do with me," she shouted. "These are pet mice. These mice are quite obviously belonging to some repellent little child in the hotel. A boy it will be, for as certainly, because girls are not keeping pet mice." "A boy!" cried the witches. "A filthy, smelling little boy! We'll swipe him. We'll swizzle him. We'll have his tripes for breakfast." "Silence!" shouted the Grand High Witch, raising her hands. "You know perfectly well you must do nothing to draw attention to yourselves while you are in this hotel. Let us by all means get rid of this evil-smelling little squirt, but we must do it as quietly as possible. For are we not all of us the most respectable ladies of the Royal Society for the prevention of the cruelty to children?" "What do you suggest then, O brainy one?" they cried out. "How shall we dispose of the small pile of filth?" "They're talking about me," I thought. "These females are actually talking about how to kill me." I began to sweat. "Whoever he is not important," announced the Grand High Witch. "Leave him to me. I shall smell him out and turn him into a mackerel and have him dished up for supper." "Bravo!" cried the witches. "Cut off his head and chop off his tail and fry him in hot butter." You can imagine that none of this was making me feel very comfortable. William and Mary were still running around on the platform, and I saw the Grand High Witch aim a swift running kick at William. She caught him right on the point of her toe and sent him flying. She did the same to Mary. Her aim was extraordinary. She would have made a great baseball player. Both mice crashed against the wall, and for a few moments they lay stunned. Then they got to their feet and scampered away. "Attention again," the Grand High Witch was shouting. "I will now give you the recipe for making and concocting Formula 86 Delayed Action Mouse Maker. Get out pencils and paper." Handbags were opened all over the room, and notebooks were fished out. "Give us the recipe, O brainy one," cried the audience impatiently. "Tell us the secret." "First," said the Grand High Witch, "I had to find something that would cause the children to become very small, very quickly." "And what was that?" cried the audience. "That part was simple," the Grand High Witch said. "All you have to do if you are wishing to make a child very small is to look at him through the wrong end of a telescope." "She's a wonder," cried the audience. "Who else would have thought of something like that?" "So you take the wrong end of a telescope," continued the Grand High Witch, "and you boil it until it gets soft." "How long does that take?" they asked her. 21 hours of boiling," answered the Grand High Witch. "And while this is going on, you take exactly 45 brown mice and you chop off their tails with a carving knife, and you fry the tails in hair oil until they are nice and crisp."